So after 4 to 5 days, if you look at it, the suspense, the reports that were floating around, which player is going to be available, which player is not going to be available for the remainder of the 3 tests between India and England, finally today at 10:40 a.m. IST on Saturday, we got the team. And the team went on the lines of most of the things that we had reported earlier on Sports Today. That certain players were going to fit in because they were recovering from the injuries. Certain players were out because of either an injury or because of certain issues. Now when the squad was announced, certain major talking points emerged out of this entire squad selection. Because India's squad for the remainder of the 3 tests, Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, KL Rahul, Rajat Patidar, Sarfaraz Khan, Dhruv Jurel, KS Bharat, Ashwin, Jadeja, Aksar, Washington, Kuldeep, Siraj, Mukesh Kumar, Akashdeep. Now there is an asterisk between for Jadeja and KL Rahul, and that is subject to fitness. But there is one major name missing, and that is the ultimate talking point in this entire squad selection. Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli initially was not going to be available for the first 2 tests because of personal reasons. But now he is unavailable for the entire series. BCCI did state in their press release and in that we respect Virat Kohli's decision due to personal issues. He has been available for this entire series. Personal issues. Now it is very, very important that we respect Virat Kohli's decision to rest for the entire series. For some people, family is first, mental health is first, team can take a backseat for some time. We have to understand one major thing here, that Virat Kohli is one of the most treasured batters that we have ever had in this modern era. But now with his absence, the blockbuster appeal, the box office appeal that the India-England series has seriously waned. Let us make no bones about it. Fans will be really disappointed that Virat Kohli is not playing in this series, because now the only chance you have Virat Kohli of playing in India, apart from the IPL, a test match in India, is September, October, when Bangladesh and New Zealand come for a total of 5 tests. So because of this, Virat Kohli's absence is a big blow. Now let us respect his personal situation at this point in time. We in Sports Today from day one have not been speculating, and we will not speculate on what is the nature of Virat Kohli's personal leave. Because family matters are really, really personal. It's up to the individual to reveal what it is. Some people may be comfortable in revealing, some people may not be comfortable in revealing. That is Virat Kohli. He may not be comfortable revealing everything out in the public domain, because in India, public domain often means that situations, context can get warped. Social media can totally blow it out of proportion in a negative way. But the second major talking point, as I had mentioned, is the asterisk on KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja. These two, remember, KL Rahul was recovering from an injury, Ravindra Jadeja felt a hamstring tweak. Both are recuperating at the NCA, and until the BCCI medical team and the NCA don't give the fitness clearance, they may not be able to play Rajkot. But they are there in the squad. Now, everybody will be wondering, oh, if you knew this current situation, why on earth are you still keeping them in the squad? What if they pull out to the third, just before the start of the third test? An injury is like that. You have to take a gamble on it and hope that a player pulls up and fine and ensures he plays the entire 5 days. Test cricket is not easy. Now, what do you expect the BCCI selectors to do? Wait for it? Sure, the BCCI selectors, as far as coordination is concerned, they are trying to make up after all the fiascos that has happened in the past couple of years. Agreed. Communication has not been good. But when it comes to injury, considering what happened in the past with Ridhiman Saha and Rohit Sharma, they don't want a repetition. That is why there is an asterisk subject to fitness clearance. It happened even in the Asia Cup last year. So that's why KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja, we hope that they are past fit just before the start of the test match. If not, then Sarfaraz Khan could probably make his debut at that point. The third major talking point. You really have to feel for this individual, Shreyas Iyer. 1 year, 3 major back injuries. One, a compressed nerve in his lower back ensured after the Ahmedabad test against Australia that he would be out for close to 6 months. He came back for the Asia Cup. He did experience back spasms on the eve of Pakistan. Just 5 minutes before the toss of the India-Pakistan game, KL Rahul then stepped in. Iyer now with his third back spasm and now he's out for the remainder of the 3 tests really paints a gloomy picture for Shreyas Iyer. Test matches, anyway, he was walking on thin ice because he's not done well in the 5-6 test matches prior to his injury. Now, what are you going to do? What is going to happen to Shreyas Iyer, the batter and the captain for the Kolkata Knight Riders in IPL 2024? Will he be available? Is he going to be ready? If Shreyas Iyer goes out, then what are you going to do? What will be the team composition of KKR be like? But for India, he was walking on thin ice. He fielded brilliantly. Those 2 fielding efforts ensured India managed to win in Vizag. But with the bat, he really underwhelmed. Now, because of this, Shreyas Iyer will now be hoping that he can avoid these back injuries because Test cricket is not everybody's cup of cake. The squad has seen Rajat Patidar and Sarfaraz Khan been retained for the remainder of the 3 tests. It's a clear-cut indication, and that is the 4th major talking point. India is not going back to Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane. Rohit Sharma's statement itself gave an indication that yes, the Indian team is in transition. Now, if you are in transition, when you get the seniors back, you are inevitably ensuring that the transition is delayed. Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane may be scoring runs in domestic cricket, but you cannot go back to them because you have to try out the youngsters at this point in time. Sure, Rajat Patidar is not a youngster, 30 years. Sarfaraz is 26. You need at least one of them to come in on a regular basis. Patidar, based on 1 test match, you're going to drop him. He's gotten a big run because Shreyas Iyer is not fit. Why would you want to create all these kind of injustices just to ensure you get a Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane in? As I had mentioned in the dugout, if Sanjay Manjrekar and Navjot Singh Sidhu, 2 very experienced guys, one walked out because of personal issues and a tiff with Mohammad Azharuddin, the other, Sanjay Manjrekar, got injured, Ganguly and Dravid might not even have been able to make their test debuts. But then, didn't they do well? There is some kind of a confidence issue when it comes to the bench strength in the Indian cricket team. Is it because your Ranji system is so broken? This is a flip side. Not going back to Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane may kind of be hailed as a positive sign. But KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja waiting on their fitness indicates that you have no confidence in your youngsters, the ones who are coming into the Indian cricket team. So there are 2 flip sides to this. And that's why it is going to be a big thing that KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja are fit. But then Rajat Patidar and Sarfaraz Khan's inclusion in the side and retainment means India has looked beyond Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane. They did their services well for a decade. Now it is time to look past them. The final talking point, Mohammad Siraj is back. Which means if India are going to play 2 fast bowlers for Rajkot, then it is going to be Siraj and Bumrah. Mukesh Kumar tried. He tried his level best in Vizag, but he was carted around by the England batters. So, Mukesh Kumar is there in the squad, but because he's been there in the scheme of the Indian cricket team in all formats ever since West Indies. So, most likely for Rajkot on that featherweight, Mukesh Kumar will go out and Mohammad Siraj will come back in. So, India are going with their strategy of 2 pace bowlers. So, Mohammad Siraj had to come back in and he is going to make up, he's going to start in the playing 11 in Rajkot, even for Ranchi in that sense. Which means that at this point in time, there will be a shuffling between Mukesh and Siraj. Bumrah, by all accounts, is not getting a rest for the 5-test series because you need to first win the series. If you win the series 3-1 and you head into Dharamshala, probably at that time you can give Bumrah a rest. But if you don't win the series and you want to give Bumrah a rest, then you're losing the series. The only difference maker in this entire series has been Jasprit Bumrah. Take away his spell, the Indian bowling, the spinners have really lacked the usual penetration that's there. So, 5 major talking points. Do you think the right decision was taken? Should India be really worried about Virat Kohli? You can write to us in the comments below. And thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Rate. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.